Hello everyone, I'm Cheesy87 and this is Let's Play a Trails of Cold Steel 4 part 94. In the previous video, we talked to everyone on board the Courageous and now it's time to head out and explore the very, very wide open world of Erebonia that is available to us. I think we should start with Ordis because it's been the longest since we've been there. Yeah. Also, we helped Maya with the quest, and then I got debated by a stupid choice that where both options meant the exact same thing. I've heard there's some complaints with the general public about the conscription numbers being excessive. It'd be a different story if this were some tiny skirmish they're preparing for, but this is cavalry we're talking about. Building up our forces here is a no-brainer. Okay, I was confused by the forces here. Because I'm like, Ordis is not in any danger, I don't think. I mean, look at it, it's on the freaking opposite side of the Empire. I mean, like, in theory, boats exist, but I don't know. I mean, we still don't really, like... It just seems like it's a big, long-ass trek to send the Navy all the way around to attack Ordis. Granted, I guess what else are they gonna do? Seeing family and friends out in front of the conscription office having tearful goodbyes, it really hurts to see. Granted, I feel like they'd be more on the defensive than being able to do an offensive operation halfway across the world. There's no guarantee they'll be even able to come back from the war. I hope the higher-ups can sort things out before we get trapped in a protracted war. Those are the ones to fear. Obvious move is to go full speed ahead with conscription. That's how you make Erebonia more powerful. There have been complaints across town about price jumps, and now they've just gone up yet again. Conscription's in full swing. The goods marked for military use have doubled, but the number of capable farmers has plummeted. That kind of thing leads to market scarcity for products, resulting in sudden price jumps. We're always being strong-armed by this stupid government. They know full well what conscription will result in. Finally have the complete combatant figures. It would appear we've taken another step towards actual war. As nobles, it's our duty to enact punishment for cavalry's disrespect towards His Majesty. I do detest cooperating with the Imperial government, but I'm making an exception. What exactly are you doing to support the war effort? Well, I'm walking around, don't you see? I'm patrolling. How twisted that the Civil War was the event to show us the true power of the Imperial Army. If we nobles were to join forces with the government, we'd wipe Calvert off the map without a doubt. I mean, you say that, but didn't the Imperial Army only win because a bunch of teenagers saved the world? And stopped the war? Well, like, yeah, but the Imperial Army is really scary. Hello. Jocelyn's ice cream flavors are so delightful. Here I am, having been conscripted, and I can't even do the one thing I love, shop. My life is in the toilet. But being able to eat something delicious, that always calms me down. It's like I'm in another world. Wow, it really picked me right up. I'm gonna go out there and do my best so I can get back to my peaceful shopaholic ways. I have to say, you're looking a little gaunt. You let your dark thoughts build up, eventually they'll morph into something more wicked. Do me a favor, alright? Eat as much delicious ice cream as you can and take a nap every now and then. It'll do your world of good. I mean, I would agree with that if you weren't the one trying to sell me ice cream. Like, it seems like a bit of a conflict of interest. You telling me, hey, buy ice cream? Oh, by the way, I have some ice cream for sale. 1 foot in front of you. Have you been coerced yet? There's no real future in maritime shipping. Then how are we supposed to keep financially afloat? We'll drown at this rate. Honey, calm down and put yourself together. If you don't see yourself in a new direction, then your family won't be able to support itself in the future. Think I don't know that? Knowledge and experience gained in the maritime shipping industry just doesn't translate anywhere else. I know I'm in deep water, but if I can't find a way to ensure my family's well-being... Hell, darling, I might have to get a real job. Even if we can call on our so-called contacts, I don't see them being able to pull us up out of this current situation. Husband seems to be completely lacking in confidence. Given how things are, I don't think we'll see much progress anytime soon. I've heard chatter of the Ordis nobles taking steps down the path leading to war. I haven't come across too much regarding what the four great houses are up to, though. Can't imagine they're simply sitting by in silence. They could be operating in secret, right? What was our quest? Is this another unmarked quest, or? Radio Trista. Okay, Hotel Hortensia? Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll pop in, but we're not going to do the quest yet. I have some news that might interest you. Oh, my ears are open then. Something I heard from an acquaintance in Heimdall. Information regarding certain new operations that are about to begin. Large-scale operations. New operations in the current situation? Could that mean... Catch my drift? In addition, this information comes from a very reputable source. I'd say it looks like a guaranteed deal. Now, return on investment is 20%, but the catch is that only fairly large deposit sums will be accepted. Well, as far as advance information goes, this is quite detailed. If I understand you correctly, you're proposing a joint investment of sorts. And I am. If you know, and if I know you as well as I think I do, Count Richmond, you'll jump at the chance. So it's almost like this perfect chance to make a killing slip through my fingers. I must take action, and quickly. I do detest the idea of having to owe Gordy anything. I'm about to take the initiative and up my own investment to the max. I mean, bro, are you dumb? Are you actually an idiot? It's not even gonna cross your mind that this could be a fucking scam? Yeah, I'll just give this dude all my money. There's absolutely no way to have managed this with the amount of capital I currently have. And that's precisely why I'll be getting you to let me use yours, Richmond. You'll see soon enough. Especially since I'm investing extra. That way I'll be seen as a representative of this investment venture. Mwahaha! Like, okay, maybe even if he's not actually scamming you, like, I don't know. I wouldn't just take it at face value, especially if you dislike the guy. If my mortal enemy came up and was like, yo, I got a hot fucking investment deal, I'm sharing it with you for some reason, I wouldn't, you know, bite. Riviera Court is an establishment with history behind it, the same as this hotel. I'm certain they were proud of the building, which had been carefully maintained over the past decades by each passing generation. Instead of receiving acclaim, it's been forcibly relocated, its former location commandeered for use as a conscription office. The government's hand is not a gentleman. Or a gentle one? I mean, gentleman kind of works there. If you don't think about it. Those two, Count Richmond and Count Gordy, have been rivals for many years. They've both made names for themselves as high-level investors, and whenever there are profits to be had, they're at each other's throats. A few years back, they had some heavy losses in the Civil War. That's when their slow descent first began. They really are made for each other, aren't they? I must say, they really are made for each other. Yeah, hopefully they both go broke. My younger brother lives together with my parents. I just heard that both he and my father have been conscripted. Their notice arrived this morning. They'll be stationed in Brewer, apparently. I guess you could say it's far enough away from the front lines and Crossbell. Still, anyone in my situation won't be worried. Family said that just sends money and all else. Don't worry, no one's going to attack Brewer. No one even wants to step foot in that place. I mean, maybe some soldiers from Zeiss will go there to purge it from the map for being a pale imitation of the much better city. That would require them to, you know, fight all the way to Ruhr, which seems highly unlikely. I mean, I guess in some regards, Ruhr would be like a potential, like, espionage target, with it being like the industrial heart, or like, you know, at least technologically speaking, of the country. Riviera Court's former building was turned into a conscription office about a week ago. Now there's a story with some history behind it. It's been in business even since I was a wee one. Although it being gone is such a shame. And after trying so hard to change too, they want to set up a whole section with commoners' wants in mind and much more welcoming overall. Been hearing that they're going to kick back in full swing after they move. The location is supposed to be over in the Harbor District, right? Might be worth stopping by. Used to be firmly in the Clay Small Camp, really. Riviera Court might be worth checking out every now and then. Can we go over here? I assume no? Oh. I thought you guys were like in hiding. I mean, we should have brought music. It's a pleasure to see y'all again. Likewise, Lady Suzanne. Suzanne, I'm glad to see you and the Count made it back here safely. All thanks to you and your daring plan. After you left, Master was able to conclude his business and return home without incident. I'm honored that you thought to visit. The sound of the conference regarding Mil Murad seems to have been eventful, to say the least. That's the way to put it. We were lucky the IDF and armored divisions weren't in the area, or we would have had an even rougher time. I'm guessing you're one of the people we have to thank for the Courageous Two's timely appearance? Well, the particulars of its arrival were only revealed to me after the fact. It all began while I was chatting with Marcus Hirams about a third path. We've been traveling around the more remote territories, building a coalition of nobles who support the more moderate way. It wasn't an easy trip, but allowed us to reconnect with our old friends that made it all worthwhile. In the process, the guild reached out to us, and we've been passing information to His Highness ever since. That's how the Courageous Two knew when to arrive. Even your granddaughter didn't see that one coming. We don't have much time left before the war breaks out, yet I still believe you can open up the third path of the Courageous Two. Expecting great things from you all. Thank you, we'll do our best not to disappoint. I'm here, by the way. Please come back whenever you please. I'll have a steaming pot of tea ready for you. But like, I thought you guys were in hiding. Wasn't that the whole thing, is that this place was under watch, so you're at like a secret villa? And we'll pop Museum for a second. I guess while we're not doing any combat, we can probably pop Muse and... I mean, maybe if we talk to Machias' dad, potentially? If we can go to the mansion? There might be some dialogue there. Where am I? Oh, it's St. Arc. I'm like, shouldn't these already be not new anymore? This is the Noble District. I want to be in North Street. I was confused because it said new, but that's because we haven't come here on the save. And you as well, Grandmother. What a relief to see that you, Grandfather, and Tetsuna have all returned safely. Thanks to you and your daring plan, but like... I don't get it. That would explain the Courageous Two's impeccable timing. Even I didn't see that one coming. Well done, Grandfather. But like, seriously, why are you guys here? I mean, I guess maybe because they've already, like, found and talked to him. He's not under observation anymore. I'll never forget that the Imperial Defense Force lays even a finger on you. I don't think he's joking. Our trip certainly wasn't the easiest, but with the connections of friends, old and new, it made it worthwhile. To be honest with you, Grandmother, I was hoping you would both be staying safe at home in the mansion. You don't expect this one to just sit quietly, can you? Even with all that goes about doing, he considers himself an acting quite like a... Even with all he goes about doing, he considers himself to be acting quite like a retired person, after all. Indeed, Grandfather really is a cut above the rest when it comes to that, isn't he? Cut above? Muse's family really is something else. Bartolo had been taking care of the mansion, so everything seems to be in order. You're all welcome back here whenever you please. I'll have a steaming pot of tea ready for you. And so long as I was home, I want to take some time to relax. Okay. I mean, at least they mentioned that they should be at the mansion? I don't know. I guess they just said, fuck that. They ain't got no games over there, man. I want to stay there. Oh, Angelo, the thought of you actually being conscripted to break my hearts in two. You have to make it back home safe and sound no matter what. Don't overextend yourself out there and get hurt. And also, Mom, you don't need to worry so much. Working for the Navy will hardly be any different from my plain old sailor gig. I'll come home to see you guys, just like always. Do you really mean it, Angelo? Then you have to. Pinky swear. Of course, pinky swear, Luca. Don't look so down. Have I ever lied to you? Yeah, all the time. Well, never. Not once, okay? I believe in you then. Just don't stay away too long. Sorry, Mom. Luca, I've done nothing but worry you both this whole time. Here I've gone and given you my word, when I don't even know if I can hold up to it. I might not make it out of this, but at least if you read what I've left behind, you should all be alright without me. Rean just like reading this man's thoughts. Angelo can do whatever. I know it. He's definitely coming home. I believe it no matter what. Angelo's been drafted. Somehow he has to make it home safely. They're not having this like emotional family moment and Rean and crew just barging in. Yo, what up? Anybody got any pancakes? I need some pancakes to trade in for a dog tag for my boy Randy. Anybody got any pancakes? A lot of people stop by coming to shop for flowers. Maybe I'm imagining things, but even the flowers have been looking sad lately. Guess I've got to up my game. I'll perk up our customers and the flowers for sure. I hear more and more gossip about people acting real strange these days. It's not all that shocking given the times we're in, but I can't help but be concerned. I just hope the Monique stays safe through all this. Looks like Betty's dad is going to be home for a while, but she's completely absorbed in her never-ending quest for a boyfriend. I think she'd have way more important things than that on her mind right now. The thirst is eternal. Seeing Edmund back safe and sound sure is a relief, but even if it's just for the time being, still it's after you depart that things really get tough. Even now I can't help feeling anxious about it. On that note, we haven't been catching the same kind of fish in Omidu lately. That's kind of worrying in itself. Looks like we need to find ourselves new fishing areas, otherwise we'll really be in trouble. Everything is so out of sorts these days. Everyone around town's looking so depressed, it really drags down. I mean, I definitely get how they feel, but wandering around's not gonna help anyone. They say stormy seas are followed by a fine catch, right? Take me, I've been conscripted too, but I bet if I dig my feet in and hold my head high, my own good fortune will roll in for me. That or I'll get shot in the head. You know, either or has, 6 to 1, half a dozen the other, am I right? So, after I sub off the conscription office, I'm heading out to the Naval Fortress for training. Today's a day for gorging. This is for stamina. For stamina! How about you had a passionate hotpot to my witter? Coming right up. I was wondering, who the hell are you talking to? Blanca's a real genuine kind of gal. What you see is what you get. Makes for a good impression, you know? These flavors, they never let me down either. Not a single complaint in my heart about this joint. How many utensils they give you? You got a knife. You got 2 knives, a fork, and a spoon. I guess that's about normal. It just seemed like a lot. I guess it's like maybe like a butter knife. Yeah, that seems alright. I don't really know what the spoon and the fork are for. Oh, the spoon's for the little thing. I guess the fork's for the steak. Duh. I meant to say spoon. I don't know why I said fork as well. Emma, you're back. I didn't expect you to be here so soon from the letter you sent. Back I am. I decided I'd use my uncle at a vacation day so I could spend some time with my darling family. It means the clock's ticking down to you being sent off to Calvert, doesn't it? Off to war. It's true. My deployment's gonna be a long one. I'll probably be a wreck once it fully hits me, but I want to see my family's faces to try and drum up a little spirit where I can. Are you surprised to see my new crew? Betty and Blanca are helping out here while you're gone. Betty, think the day would come I'd see her tending the end and smiling like a peach. I knew she had it in her. All it took was her actually giving it a try. My husband's received some time off for offering his service to the Navy, so we've got him home with us for a bit before he leaves for the war. I think it's really taken a weight off his shoulders to see the inn thriving, and even Betty helping out around here. Betty's really stepped up around here. I never seen her throw herself into work like this. As a father, nothing can make me happier. Having to leave my family really guts me, but knowing that she's working so hard gives me the peace of mind I need. It was so great seeing my dad again. I wish I could have been under better circumstances, though. All the cuties in the neighborhood getting conscripted has really thrown my quest for a boyfriend out the window. Come on, if I can't search my future boo, then what's going to motivate me to keep helping out with this place? I'm not asking for the perfect package, just like some rich stud with eyes just for me. Isn't there at least one hot guy left? He's certainly enthusiastic, to put it one way. That guy there, he has the cutest smile just now. His style's a bit crazy, but he seems pretty nice and hot enough to make up for it. This is my chance. What? Welcome, you ready to order? We'll even slip in some extra fish stock just for you. It's not gonna be easy, but I won't give up. I know what I want, and I'm not gonna let it slip away. I can serve someone staring a hold of me right now. Help. We're in distress. I do understand that all the cuties around town have been drafted. It's been a shock for it. With everything that's going on in the world, dating's pretty low on the list of concerns. Another drink, if you will. Sure, here you go. Don't fucking throw it at me, you crazy psycho. I can already feel it kicking in and patching this battered body of mine right back up. That's the stuff right here. I'm a big fan of Miranda's, of course. This place is always so bright and cheery. Even though I do wish they wouldn't throw mugs of beer at my face. It's, pretty fucking scary, man. You two just won't believe it. Danny actually proposed. Shouldn't you be more concerned that, like, 7 strangers just bust into your room? He handed me this gorgeous bouquet and popped the question, and oh, my heart hasn't raced as much as the summer festival. He kind of put on a show, you know, talking about his past mistakes and missteps and how I didn't need to rush my decision. You don't have to answer right away, of course, that's the thing. Does he really think I could say no? Hardly. I made my decision ages ago. He said he's been assigned a crossbow. He's doing all he can to stay tough. I wish I could offer him some encouragement. Maybe I'll head over right now and give him my answer. Bro, you really gonna say you had the decision ages ago? You still let this man suffer? You didn't just tell him immediately? Because, I mean, if you, like, pop the question and you say, oh, you don't have to give me an answer now, if you don't get an answer immediately, you're like, fuck, man, that's a no. Oh, God. Oh, I fucked up. Just send me the crossbow right now, man. I don't want to be seen in this world anymore. Oh, hi. You've caught us in kind of an awkward moment. Don't worry, we're used to that. The two of you, did something happen? Not make a big deal of. It's just that Luther received an order from the military to present himself and work as a technician for him. I see. Looks like the commandeering of technicians and engineers is continuing in all areas. Ordis is no different. I recently heard some gruesome stories about Grandpa's experience with the war. They really left me trembling, and it seems all that made me lose my composure a little when the notice came. It really bothers you so much, just ignore it. That's what I do. Fucking base! Holy shit! Fucking, we're gonna flee to Remiferia. That's something that only you can do, Grandpa. You might think I'm improperly wielding the authority given to me along with the Golden Emblem. That has nothing to do with this. When you're an adult, you determine your own course in life. You're so blunt, Grandpa! This is hard to watch, though he does have a point. He reminds you of Professor Schmidt in a way. Luther will be fine. We all got the right to choose the path we walk in life. More presently, it looks like someone brought a Panzer Soldier to Kyan's mansion, huh? They really did a number on the glasswork pieces there. So many were cracked and broken to bits, all that beauty shattered. Why do people just treat my work so rough? When I catch up with whatever asshole did this Imperial Defense was not, they're gonna be hell to pay. Instead of having to bring out the Divine Knights, it's probably best if we don't touch. Oh, that's what he's referring to. I thought he meant something like happened. I mean, I guess that technically was his in-game a few days ago, but Grandpa's always the same. No matter what happens, I find that comforting. Though it does make me a little sad how he isn't the least bit worried about me. Aw, Strauss isn't the emotive type, that's all. You got the golden child, the apple of his eye. Trust me, he cares about you more than he can ever put into words. You think so? I wish I could hear that from Grandpa himself. Here's what I tell you, I fucking hate you, kid. We really do need to turn these in. Eventually I'm going to do it, I promise. Any slots we want to upgrade on you guys? We'll wait for now. Well, yeah, we'll wait. Wait, can you equip the evasion super quartz? Whichever, this one? Fire, Mirage, Water? No. Whoa, wait. You can, though. Oh man, so Sarah could get some pretty high evasion then. She's already at 28? Oh, yeah, I guess you're getting Valhalla. What do you have equipped? You're getting some there. Do you have flat evasion? Yeah, I guess you do have you have a small amount of flat evasion. I guess like Kurt has like what, 5% flat, right? And Fee, you have 10 flat. But I think Fee's probably better just going for crits than evasion, really. Just because like the guaranteed stealth stuff. So really a lot of times she won't even be targetable, so the evasion isn't like as important. Granted, I mean there is insight as well. I don't know, there's like arguments for both. I mean I guess you could both build them as like evasive serious users, but I don't know. I kind of like each character to feel a little like different. It's nice to see you, Bartolo. How have things been since we last saw you? Glad you to stop by, my lady. See, you brought your friends along too. Not out of the ordinary here. Actually, we've brought Muse along. Nothing out of the ordinary here, just more and more of the residents getting conscripted. Noble factions aiming to use the war to get their steam back. If you ask me, they shouldn't count their chickens before they hatch. What I've heard, there's some in the noble faction cooperating with the Wyson army, but a vast number of nobles are tangled up in their own issues. You can bet they're keeping to themselves for now. Anyway, apart from that, it's pretty much business as usual. Well, it's like they're back at the house now. Why not go say hello if you haven't already? I'll do just that, thank you, Bartolo. In the meantime, want some of my meat? Got a wild grill. A bold dish featuring juicy sliced meat covered in rich gravy. Sounds good. What am I doing? Recipes. How are we looking on the we were missing something? Well, maybe not. There's about 18,000 other places we could go to get recipes. Arts, defense, and EP. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, granted, it's really just a mind potion. And it does use hardy powders, so we'll wait on that. Anything else I want to make? Oh yeah, this seems good. HP and EP. Plus we have tons of resources for it. I mean, the Ulster plate. Okay, Alphen, you can't make it? I don't know,
Let's
Elise?
get started, shall we? Oh, this turned out quite well. A few finishing touches, and done!
You've let me down? Don't ever talk to me? An Ulster plate. Who seems most Ulstery?
Please eat it all.
And we
even
kind
if
of
it's not
found you
good.
near Ulster.
It turned out well. Do you like it? Bon appetit.
I've been disappointed. I mean, at least I like her line. You know?
Let's begin. Please have a taste.
Magic Reflect. That seems really good. Now, carry limit 3, but we made 5? How does that work? Do we actually get to break the carry limit, or the other two just get lost to time?
Let's begin.
We'll make some just so that I remember. Granted, I really kind of want regulars.
Please have a taste.
Well, no, I guess I mean, that still gives the EP, so I guess that is just better than the normal. Okay, I think we can bounce onto the Harbor District. Take a sip of the sauce real quick. In June, Ordis suffered a massive assault from Jaeger troops. We took a direct hit from a cannon and the Belarus lighthouse was destroyed. Brigadier General Ordis has been making plans for it to be rebuilt. Governor Ragnar has taken over those plans. It's progressing well and the groundbreaking's already been scheduled. Construction work should start soon. Everyone's relieved the reconstruction has been approved. We don't know when the war will begin, and who knows when the reconstruction will actually start. But everyone was so relieved when it was decided the right house would be rebuilt after all. Welcome, Riviera Court is this way. Riviera Court has been refurbished. Come and take a look. Oh, hello there, students of Thors. Welcome back to Ordis. Looks like business is great. I heard the military forced it to close. I guess they moved location and set up shop again. Yep, and all thanks to Lord Vincent, Lady Margarita, and some other generous benefactors. And then there was that other thing, right, Rennie? I was so surprised myself. Today, Lady Ferris suddenly turned up accompanied by Lord Vincent, and my, how have they grown so gallant in our time apart. Anyway, that's good to hear. I doubt that she'll cause you worry in the future, too. Be alright, have faith in Lady Ferris. She begged me to look after the store. She couldn't give me any details, but she said there was something she needed to do as part of Thor's. I can't believe how mature she's become, forging her own path through all this uncertainty. We promise we'll do everything we can for Lady Ferris when time comes properly, so please do pop in. I look forward to it. Don't worry, we will. I could get some shopping in at Riviera Court too. I haven't done that in a while. You gonna pay? There are a lot of people who still don't know that our store moved to the harbor. I promise the ladies I have to do my very best. Food, medicine, and luxury boutique. I don't want no luxury medicine. I Only luxury I need is not dying, as long as it does that. Ah, well met, my friends. I trust you've been keeping well. I want to apologize for all the trouble. Given the choice, I'd never have kept you in the dark for so long. Please forgive me. Lady Ferris, please, there's no need for all that. That's right, you have nothing to apologize for. Just being able to see you alive and well is enough for us. You really were worried about me, weren't you? Of course, because I care about you two. Ah, I noticed you there. We kind of stand out. I think you started touring around different parts of the Empire? Yeah, there's still some things we need to get done for the next rivalry. I heard you two are planning to do some traveling as well. Ah, that is correct. We've already dropped by the family home and got permission from Father. After we confirm the situation within the city, we plan to visit the Merkaba that made an emergency landing near the main road. Huh? Very grateful if you did, thanks. Until now, our options have been limited, but from now on, we plan to do everything we can as members of Thors. But as members of Thors, too! No, you're too old. Right, our business may take a hit, but that's a small sacrifice in the face of everything that's going on. Lady Ferris, anything you need, just say the word! Thank you very much. Vincent, what's the word? I don't know what word to use. We were only planning on checking up on things, so we certainly never intended to take any of your stock. I did. Naturally, we're not turning down any help you would offer us. And we want to help. Well, we know not many. We're overstocked on certain supplies. If you wait a moment, I'll compile a comprehensive list. Be sure to vote it to the Florids. Makes sense, though. We're coursing through a lot, but the Florids are giving them hope. So, alright. Let's just fucking pause for a second. Let's get this straight. You're willing to give Ferris and Vincent free stuff, but not Rean, savior of the damn universe? Oh, he doesn't get anything for free. He has to buy it. You fuckers. Well, I don't know the details. It seems someone's made an emergency landing on the main road. Something they can ignore. This is a seller of medicine. I obviously must insist on providing some products that are not low in stock. This is garbage. Get it out of here. Lake Lacrima, man. Lake Lacrima, it's back. I don't remember what was. Oh yeah, it had to do with the that one assistant teacher quest or whatever. I just remember kept saying like the answer's like Lacrima. It's gonna the answer's gonna be like Lacrima. And then it didn't, and I was fucking furious. Okay, we don't have Ash, but whatever. We need to slip away from Charlotte's father and get ourselves out of Raquel. Charlotte says she's not going to go back either. She's staying at the Sailor's Tavern for now. I know we can't go on this forever. Sooner or later, I'm going to have to try and convince Charlotte's father I'm good enough for her. Or just, like, get him to stop being fucking big weird. Apparently his hatred for commoners goes down pretty deep. It has something to do with Charlotte's mother, but that's all I know. I know all the workers really well, so it's easy to give them instruction. I finally found the right path in life, and then I got conscripted. Wonder if I'll be able to find my way back after the war. If I do, I want to go back to the harbor management. I love seeing the happy faces of tourists enjoying a cruise. I found out that I'm getting conscripted. I do hope I can carry my management work at the harbor if I come back. Oh, Machias. What up? Good thing we brought you. Cargo! You're still alive, give me a sign, damn it! I've looked everywhere, checked every city I could think of, every town and village, and now here I'm at the edge of Erebonia. Cargo, where the hell could you have gone? And you've been looking ever since? Bro, it took us like 8 seconds to find Cargo. Oh, they didn't team punk ass again. Is that a compliment? Cargo's always been kind of a scaredy cat. Back in the day, he used to hide behind me while I kicked ass and took names. It was a little pathetic, really. Last time I saw him, he was helping out refugees in the Oz district, got everyone out with just some scrapes and bruises. Everyone except for himself. He's been missing ever since. Damn it, fine, I'll just start over. I'll start the whole damn empire again. And if I have to, I don't care how long it takes, I will find Cargo. You won't be doing it alone. We'll keep an eye out for him too. Don't give up hope. There's every freaking corner of the empire, not a single sign of Cargo. Now, fine, I'll just start over. I'll search the whole damn empire again if I have to. Seriously, like, it wasn't hard for us to find him. Have you, like, thought about being good? Finally, I've been drafted. It would be an honor for me to contribute to the downfall of Calvert as part of the Navy. I'm excited to get started. Cringe. Kinda cringe. A little cringe. The guy who was doing the shipping work with me has also gotten drafted. Boats we use are very different from the Navy boats, so I don't really know what they expected from us. And I haven't heard a word about conscription. Do they think they've forgotten about me? Yeah, you won the lottery. Cargo just keeps coming. See, there's your cargo right there. It's right next to you. Now, I get it. The root of all evil is that tanker. Why is there so much cargo? How functional can this thing be? This massive ship is so cool, but I'm starting to despise it. Do you guys, like, got a forklift at least? Can you borrow a Panzer Soldat to do some heavy lifting? Society's starting to stink of war. Heard you just dating a girl from the noble family. He decided to get all soppy with the girl way out of his class. Reckless decision's only gonna hurt, if you ask me. I guess when you're young, it's time to be foolish. I'm not gonna run my mouth about it. Society's starting to reek of war. It doesn't seem to have affected you in the slightest. Seeing them laugh and things are the way they are, somehow makes me feel relief. I'm gonna let the war pass without getting involved. Then I got drafted. Go figure. Shit, never thought I'd have to go back up to sea like this. Guess I have to get on with it. I'll read as much of the Imperial Chronicle as I can before I get sent away. I still haven't finished my 6th read-through of the Imperial Chronicle. Bro, it sucks. Read some Crossbell Times, man. Phew. I mean, granted, it has occasionally published slander, like when it said the SSS are a bunch of fucking losers and I'll never forgive Grace, no matter how much the game makes me try and forget. Lifting the containers up with the crane is a real test of nerves. If we make a mistake and a container falls in the sea, it's a big deal. I heard a rumor that war's coming. What? You've heard a rumor? Yeah, a rumor. Published in the front page of the damn news. Hey, we're gonna start war this exact time. Shit. You know, I think I got a hot tip that... I don't want to get this out to too many people, but... Erebonian might be going to war with Calvary. Shit, don't let them know that I told you that, alright? It's a fucking big secret, alright? Seriously, no, don't tell anyone. If anyone else figures out about it, it could cause mass panic. There are more and more guys going down from exhaustion with all this lifting. I had to carry 6 people to the infirmary not too long ago. All at once, of course. That seems unlikely. It's a real wake-up to the muscles. 6 people at the same time. Wish I could have seen that. You couldn't because it's a fucking lie. Carrying 6 people who fell over from exhaustion. A real wake-up call from my muscles. All I can say when I collapsed due to anemia. Thought that guy was just a musclehead, but he really thinks of his friends. Right, let's give this a go. Did he carry 5 other guys at the same time? Absolutely not, man. He's a fucking liar. I mean, he's strong, but he's not that strong. I don't even know how you do the logistics of carrying 6 people at once, much less, you know, actually lifting it. The majority of these containers contains food supplies. Wonder how many people they'll feed and for how long. These containers make me understand what war is going to mean for us all.
Got it.
Plenty.
Nope, no Machias.
Come at me, fishes.
You don't get to fish. When you have a line as good as come at me fishes, then you can fish. Until then, it's fee. Oh my god, you took so long.
This one's huge.
Is it? Mercuria Bomb? I think we already have max of those. I still haven't used one. I mean, they're good, definitely. I just, like, I don't know. They are a little bit, like, made less important now that Oberon's whatever exists. Which is just like a... Like, now that Oberon actually has, like, a really good, like, thing to equip aside from just the statuses, it's, like, kind of... I mean, it was always good. It was just, like, the problem was that you didn't really want to, like... The problem I ran into with it is that usually you got it early. And, like, the anti-status never went up high enough to be, like, it was guaranteed. Unless you leveled it, and really you didn't want to have it equipped all the time, and usually it was better to have XP put on something different. But getting it by, like, at level 8 or 7 by default now, when it has, like, the 90% already, does make it a lot more usable. Plus, Oberon's Grace is just a, like, incredible skill. Because, I mean, even with it being at 90%, we've still gotten screwed several times with it. So when it's only at like 50 or 60 or 70%, it's, you know, I would usually rather just like dedicate to accessories and have like a better Master Quartz. Hey, the tavern. I was like, we're forgetting something. Did I talk to you? Yeah. But now it at least has something going for it besides just anti-status. Don't ditch me, Dad! Ain't nothing to worry about, kiddo. Lady next door said she'll take care of you while I'm gone. You're a tough girl. No way a little change is gonna scare you, yeah? I'll miss you. No matter what happens, if you're not around, I'll still miss you. What does that do when I want to see you, Dad? That's a tough question. How can I leave when she's asked that? I didn't have to worry since she's got a good head on her shoulders, but she's just a kid. Leaving her alone is really bothering me. I mean, it's kind of fucked up. Hey, let's better get going. Miranda, Charlotte, take care of yourselves. If you get into any kind of trouble, just send us a letter, alright? I'm sure we can do something to help. Roach, I don't know what I should say right now. Come back once the war is over, okay? Of course, you don't need to tell me. And you better be able to carry multiple trades with one hand when I get back, too. Why don't you teach me again when you're back? Ooh, really gotten close, huh? Couldn't keep this place open without cool, reliable workers like you. Don't get lost at sea or anything like that, okay? Miranda, I'll come back safe, I promise. Oh, it's already a full-fledged waitress, but then she's so honest when she asks about things I can't help but want to tease her sometimes, but... Man, oh man, I can't believe Miranda thinks I'm cool and reliable. I have to do my part and get back to this place as soon as I can. Finally managed to get away from Father and Lothar, but now Roach has to leave. Nobles are getting called up for military service too, but at least they have some kind of training. It makes one realize how truly precious those peaceful days were before the war was declared. I mean, it's only been like a couple of years since war was last declared in Erebonia because Erebonia is a fucking garbage country. I used to party here with Durbin, others all the time, but now they've all gone and been drafted. Coming here when there were so few sailors, it really makes me the loneliness set in. Ah, but young Rean! Greetings, Ashen Chevalier. Branch Commander Certain, Lord Lakelord. It's not often we see you two together. Indeed, ran into each other not too long ago. Both our investigations took us to Ordis at the same time. Curious coincidence, no? We were just discussing what we discovered. And I think you may find it particularly interesting, Chevalier. Really? Indeed, the shadow of a giant fish was spotted in a sea cave on the Ordis coastal road. From an eyewitness reports, it's likely some kind of giant swordfish. No doubt it would prove a feisty opponent. If you're any kind of fisherman at all, I'm sure it must pique your interest a little. Why aren't you guys doing anything? We're busy. Then sure there, perhaps you should take a look for yourselves. Not exactly a pro, but it does sound worth checking out. Rean, you're like the 3-time divine angler. Thank you, I might look into it later. Before we proceed, there's something I'd like to discuss. What is it? First of all, I must commend you on your hard work at the survey into the environmental changes. Hard as it is to admit, you have proven your skills to be on par with our club's own Elite Four. It's only natural your talent that we have been able to, it's only through your talent that we've been able to start drawing up a distribution chart ahead of schedule. Great to hear it. Suppose all that hard work is really paid off. I really can't thank you enough for everything you've done. I am in your debt. Oh, don't mention it. We share the same love for fishing. What's the point in keeping score? Every one of us just did what we felt was right, as fellow anglers. What a very poetic way of putting it. Fellow anglers, It's been far too long since I truly felt that way. Looks like the Fisherman's Guild and the Imperial Fishing Club might be able to patch things up after all. Honored to hear that from Lake Lord too. Investigation is almost complete. Let's get out of here with this refreshed mindset and keep on finishing things up. Every time I fished since taking my position as head of the Lake Lord Company, it's felt as though I was doing so for work. To be frank, it's less important for me to be president of the Lake Lord Company than a man who fishes for the pure love of fishing. A man like him. Okay. Now we just have the Noble District and we're pretty much ready. Well, that and the hotel, but that's for the side quest. Right until the other day, the Imperial Defense Force were strutting around as if they owned the place. Your military forces were preparing for the coming war and your protection has been entrusted to us, they said. Give me a break. But at some point, they completely disappeared without any explanation. What the hell's going on? Where's their sense of responsibility? In the end, they're probably just being moved ahead at the convenience of the government. Well, the IDF has got on my very last nerve while they were here, and somehow they still managed to ignore me after they've left. It can't be. Heathcliff's been sent to war? I haven't been over here. Apparently he was following the will of the current head of the house. He used to be a liaison officer in Crossbow. I'm truly surprised as well, as there was no sign of him doing something like this before. Heathcliff, you decided that bringing that up to me was cowardly, didn't you? I've decided. I'm going after Heathcliff. What are you saying, my lady? Hasn't he always joined up? If I ended up never seeing him again, I would regret it for the rest of my life. Don't you see, Hawkins? I have to do this. Don't try and stop me. As usual, when it comes to that gentleman, you become most earnest, my lady. You leave me no choice. If your mind has settled this course of action, I will offer you whatever assistance I can. Hello, I'm trying to talk to you. In the end, they were probably just being moved around. How'd you get over here? What are y'all doing here? We have a war on our hands. This is the time to volunteer, not be frolicking about. I, of course, have been cooperating to my fullest ability. As you can see, I'm very busy, walking around on a loop. It's important business, you wouldn't understand. Look closely at the tankers being loaded in the bay. Several of those are mine. Given the cargo ships are in such short supply, I've loaned mine out to the Navy. I mean, I guess that's good, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's a bigger, like, contribution to be, like, out there fighting for people who don't have anything. You know, for people who can't just be like, I'll just loan my naval ships so I don't have to go get conscripted. Even if, like, you know, a tanker is probably, like, more useful to the war effort than, like, one conscription, or one new conscript. You know, the conscript's given everything he owns. You're given, you know, just, like, a little quality of life. I contacted Chief Warrant Officer Brighton in Heimdall. He was tough and motivating. There's a lot happening, but he asked me to make sure I fulfill my duties as thoroughly as possible. Lists of the anti-Calvert protesters and ralliers in Heimdall reaching frenzy levels. Chief Warrant Officer Brighton must be having a really rough time out there. I'll do everything I can here so that I can proudly say I'm one of his subordinates. Being sent to Ordis was a shock at first, but I guess I've been slacking a bit. I'm gonna be the best I can out here. I want to be able to return to my work in Heimdall with my head held high. Ah, Miss Lilybell, I see you've been hard at work trying to help your parents. You've truly grown up so much. Now you don't need my help anymore. It makes you feel a little sad. Guess I'm back again. Keeping this up is gonna be tough. I can get through. I have to look after the young miss through thick and thin. Who are you talking to? Like how the butler's being all secretive and then we're just like random strangers busting in here. Mom, this is for you. It's a special Friends Again coupon. You and Papa can make up with this again. Oh my, thank you very much, dear. But you know, your Papa and I haven't fallen out. Are you sure? Of course, I wouldn't lie to you, my sweet Lilybell. We were just discussing something and perhaps I might have gotten a little carried away. We'll talk it over when he returns. But he's like fucking bawling his eyes out in the top room. Yeah, well, he's just a little... You better do it right, Mama. Of course, sweetie. Oliver helped me when I was making invites to the summer festival, but I did it all by myself. I'm glad Mama liked it. I think it was a success, right? Time to celebrate. Lilybell's getting really worried. I may have been a little overly harsh with my words lately. I have to talk it over with my husband when he returns. Bro, that dude's never coming back. But man, fuck this. I didn't get married to get mentally abused. Huh, you guys. The governor's ordered us to allow honored guests to pass through. If you have any business here, feel free to go on through. In short, things are free to come and go. Wow, the preparations are quite thorough. I expect no less from Dad. I'd like to give my regards. Shall we drop in? Not yet. We'll do that last. Oh my god, there's so many freaking people. Well, shall we set off for the towns in the south before Mass for them? Wait a minute, I haven't taken my cookies to Cayenne Estate. I didn't put enough sugar in today, so I had to start over. That's what you've been busying yourself doing, Sister Sienna. I'm sorry, when I think of the poor Empress, I just can't stand around twiddling my thumbs. And hey, my daily cookie deliveries actually did some good. Those annoying Imperial Defense Force jerks admitted defeat and left. Yeah, that's why. I don't know where to start with that. Anyway, we normally don't intervene in secular matters. At least ask the Archbishop for permission before you go again. Okay, I'll go ask him again right now. What if you happen to, like, just find, like, a random artifact? Would you intervene then? Oh, we'd execute your ass out in public. I baked a boatload of cookies so we could hand them out to all the faithful down south. Guess I should have cleared it out with the Archbishop first. Wait, you're telling me only the faithful get cookies? This is bullshit. Shouldn't you be giving cookies to people who aren't faithful to, like, convert them over? Because it's like, I mean, you know, I don't know about this whole sky goddess thing, but, like, I mean, those cookies are damn good. Maybe you're onto something, lady. Really? The neighboring states are taking action? That's what I've heard, anyway. If it's true, then who knows what will happen. There's no telling who will win this war now, or how long it can end up lasting. And yet it's the ordinary citizens who will suffer the most for this. Indeed. The neighboring provinces are acting covertly. Still, what do we do? Do we join the government side, or...? I knew the scale of the conflict would be large, but I didn't expect it to be all encompassing. Are things always heated to this point, or headed to this point? We're going to have to act with great care from here on. I, too, must aid those who have lost their way. You work so hard, Marquis, that I fear I've imposed upon you terribly. Not at all. I avoid you have far more difficult challenges to contend with. In truth, I should be apologizing for foisting such a big role upon you. Make sure you look after yourself, daughter of Alfred. Thank you. Neighboring provinces are acting covertly. This coming war is going to be far greater than any conflict we've ever seen, the Civil War included. I feel so uneasy whenever I think of the future. I come to the church to find some peace and to stop myself from subjecting my daughter to my apprehensions. Hey, have you heard about the Lance Maiden? They say she's a super strong, super cool knight lady who, like, ended something called the War of the Lions. Neat, huh? When I grow up, I want to be just like her. Nah, she died fighting the Vermilion Apocalypse. Kind of cringe, to be honest. The Septian Church is communicating with its various branches in secret. Using our resources and information, we are trying to improve the lives of the people, even if only a little. Mysterious phantom flowers and fiends have started to appear frequently in the area here, in Heimdall! And Heimdall? Lemaire. There are even reports of devils like the ones in the Testaments. The Crossfit are doing what they can, but we must try and prevent people from being caught up in the chaos. Don't mention the Crossfitter to me, alright? You just remind me that Wazzy and Kevin have been completely disrespected and didn't get to come back. I mean, what? Kevin in particular, my man was actually a protagonist. He has no respect whatsoever. There's been some sort of incident in the holy city of Arteria, the high seat of the Septian Church. The Grossuiter is also working in earnest, albeit independently from actions taken by the Papal Guard. All throughout the ages, the same conflict over the sacraments of Adios perpetuates itself time and again. Worry not, I pay my musings no mind. No matter the era, the role of the Church will never change. We must pray to Adios for the well-being of our loved ones. Sacraments of Adios. The story of the Septurions is recorded in the Testaments of the Septian Church. Maybe there's something we can learn from it. Nah.
Leave it to me.
Yo, do you want to duel some Vantage Masters? Or Palm Party? The Empress is smiling again. I feel like I haven't seen her smile much lately. Or all that much lately. As someone in her employ and a citizen of this empire, I'm absolutely overjoyed. Can I go over here? No, we have to do this way. Then why is there a door there? Or why is there a, you know, a door icon text thingy? There was a skirmish between Pans and Sawdust in here a few days ago. They absolutely ruined my pristine, shiny floors with dozens and dozens of scratches. Going through loads of wax to get them back in shape, and it's almost reached peak perfection. Of course, I would have appreciated if we kept the sawdust off the floors in the first place. Well, it's not my fault. They're the ones that stationed, no, I don't want to go the frickin' waterway. Like, I'd willingly go to a sewer. Are you crazy? Well, you're Lord Alfred's granddaughter. Actually, I'm useless. Please excuse my not realizing it before when you were a student. A dreadful oversight on my behalf. I was delighted to hear you were decided upon as the next Duchess. Quite alright, and thank you. Please note for now, though I am not Mildred, I'm simply Muse, a regular schoolgirl. I must ask that you don't treat me as a member of House Cayenne, but rather a common guest. My lady, as you wish. You will have the maximum hospitality I can offer a guest when you're here in the mansion. Can we have access to the royal vault? Just beyond here is the banquet hall. If you wish to head inside, I'll be able to serve you the finest tea the Kyan family has to offer. Rush in without thinking? That's what we fucking do, Rean. That's our motto. Ordis is the location of the noble faction's headquarters. We're here in a great position to take action without knowing the position of the nobles. We can forget the bad blood between us and all work together for the peace of the Empire and the society as we know it. And to kill some dirty Calvardians. Well, maybe not really work, but, you know, I don't know. When we arrived in Ordis with the Imperial Governor, we were criticized to Gehenna and backed by its reticence. On top of that, our deplorable behavior towards the Empress and her weakened state, no less, eats right away at me. But now the Governor has earned some trust from the citizens and Her Highness is recovering. I would refresh myself as well, as best to face whatever turmoil the war will bring. I'm glad you're here. Seems you've been through a lot, but it's relief to see you all safe. Thank you. And the way you said that, it's as if you know something about our situation. Yes, I may have heard something about it. It made me sick when I heard that the meeting between the country's leaders have been attacked. However, it seems a certain individual showed up in his new airship to save the day. Perhaps it's just best to say I'm glad you're all safe. Wow, you do know a lot. The situation isn't great, but we've been entrusted with everyone's hopes. We have to do what we can to be a beacon of light for them. I'll be looking forward to seeing you do so then. The momentum pushing us towards war is increasing even here in Ordis. I intend to monitor it myself. Thank you, I appreciate your efforts. This is a duty of mine as interim supervisor. And watching over the Empress. She must be worried. Why don't you go and say hello? You should be able to find her in the banquet hall. I see. Rean, do you mind if we take a little detour? Not at all. Banquet hall is straight down this corridor. Please go ahead and explain the current situation to Her Highness. Sorry for being such a rush. There have been a lot of issues here in Ordis too. Suppose all there is to do is to examine the situation and handle things appropriately. Nevertheless, I'm expecting great things from you. Alright, we'll go talk to the Empress and then finish our Ordis adventures. A servant showed Rean and the others to the banquet hall. It's a pleasure to see you all again, and even more so that you made it through under the circumstances. Really wasn't that much trouble. It's an honor to make your acquaintance again, Your Highness. I'm glad to see you're well. Suppose you have heard about what's happened with us. Yes, thanks to Governor Regnitz, I have the main details of your exploits. Reuniting with your friends and Alphen accompany you on your journey, and even more importantly, my dear Oliver is safe. Seems like you've heard it all. We were just as relieved, and maybe even more surprised. He's helping us find a third path to walk. I don't know how much more we can help as our country marches into war, but we're going to do everything we can as members of Thors to stop this awful tragedy. I'm grateful to hear that. You have done so much to help me, and yet I can't do anything in return. If only I could have told His Majesty about this. I heard that the day of the operation is close. That's right. Sometime within the next few days, apparently. All I can do is pray to Adios for the operation to be a success. Highness, you can tell she really loves the Emperor. Yeah, we did hear that a lot has happened. We'll also be offering prayers for his swift recovery. Thank you, all of you. Please look out for Oliver, Alphen, and Cedric too. I can promise 2 out of 3. We will, Your Majesty. I'm so happy to hear you all say that. If only I could tell His Majesty about this. I know you must have your hands full, but please look after Oliver, Alphen, and Cedric for me. Once again, 2 out of 3. Cedric, we can look out for him by stabbing him a couple times. I mean, he doesn't necessarily have to die, I guess, but like stab him enough that, you know, he can leave me alone. But alright, that is enough for our Ordis adventures. Wait. Oh, I never actually went in here. I forgot. Never mind, our Ordis adventure was not over yet. I just went to pour some tea for the master. I've never seen him look so anguished. Excuse me, that isn't something a maid should be saying. It is a mate's duty to support our master, no matter what else is going on. I intend to do just that. It's a shame it has come to this. I imagine the neutral families will be forced to reconsider their principles. We can at least soften the blow with a careful release of information. I know she's worried about my lady, but the job of a maid at times like these is to support the master of the house. I'm fine. I have a few letters I need to prepare and send as soon as possible. See, please don't push yourself too hard. Ah, it's you. Things that Operation Mill Mirage is finally in play. So you heard. He certainly holds his own as a representative of the current noble faction. I admit, there was a part of me holding out hope that if anyone could stop this tragedy, it would be the next Duchess of Cayenne and General Le Guin. Originally, our responsibility lay with the four great houses, but sorry we couldn't be any help. Worry not, it was a long shot by any means. But since the four great houses cannot act, all I can do is fulfill my duty as a representative of the noble faction. You should tread the path that you believe in. And give my regards to my children. Ah, right. And also with that popular musician you're acquainted with. With pleasure, sir. I'll do everything it takes to achieve what Thor set out to do. War has now become inevitable. This will be the first world war in history. We know it was at the shoulder a heavy burden, depending on what the government legislates. We have to think of a way to help the smaller noble families and the people. Count Egret is back. Let's work together and get this sorted. You should tread the path that you believe in. May luck be on your side. Master has so many worries and anxieties, but he has good cause given the circumstances. The lives of so many are in his hands, and he doesn't know which way the war is going to take us. Also, I guess the reason the dude can be back is because the army's not here anymore. Now that I think about it. Count Egret, that is. Now, they could still, like, show up at any time, but, you know, I guess he's accepting that risk, which is probably the, you know, admirable thing to do. But alrighty, that's it for our Ordis adventures. Oh wait, Cly Small, never mind. I thought that was just Hotel Arturi. One of these days, our Ordis adventures will end, I promise. Riviera Court has always relied on their connection to nobles. It's a long-standing point of pride for them. Still, they're barely scraping by at their current location. In a place like that, calling out to customers would be nearly useless, wouldn't it? Passing out some kind of grand reopening pamphlet would be way more useful. The hell's nothing, just thinking out loud. That's all. Look at that slight discount. Still more expensive than CS3. Freaking inflation, man. I feel like the overall quality of Clyde's products is dropping a little. What's being sold here is hardly any different from emergency rations. The requisition seems to be pretty brutal as well. We don't need full-on luxury ingredients, just some that are a little nicer than average. I suppose that it's simply having any basics is something to be grateful for, but part of my job is to prepare meals, and I really wish I could use some finer ingredients. Yeah, alright, well, you know... Sorry, oh no, you can't have, like, as good burgers. People are freaking about to get shot. Everywhere you look these days, you'll find stores suffering from failing sales. It's a pretty pointless issue, if you ask me. When it comes to sales, speed is everything. You gotta pick up on incoming trends before they even emerge and stock up early. That's how business works, and that's a fact. Top-class merchant knows how to turn profit no matter the circumstances, and it requires some sharp sense to tell it's coming, and price gouging. Lots of price gouging. Oh, there's a new release section over there. Let's see, how to send off a loved one and inheriting property without regrets. Not exactly the easiest section to look through right now. Well, there's no doubt about the manager's skills. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. Inheriting property without regrets. Jesus. Welcome, you look at anything specific. Oh, hang on, it's the Thor's kids. Guilty as charged, saying you like the very picture of a happy shopkeeper. Don't give me that crap. An old friend visited my shop earlier and told me something very interesting. Namely, that the Navy's getting mobilized too. The reason behind the commotion at the harbor, apparently. Guess that means it's almost time for things to go down. Some of the friends I serve with in the escort fleet are still in the Navy. Here's hoping they pull through this. Clyde and Go have been asserting themselves lately. Their power is growing, no mistake about it. I like to be charitable and chalk it up to business acumen, but I've been hearing some pretty nasty rumors. They say the company is cozying up to the government and military. If true, it'd mean that business is practically highway robbery. The national mobilization law requires private companies to cooperate with the government, but things seem different for Clyde & Co. It chills me to think how they could have known from the start how profitable things would become and cozied up to the government as a result. I mean, that's kind of good. 10 speed. I mean, you get no defense, but maybe it's worth. Yeah, we probably do want to upgrade both of you guys' weapons. But we'll do that probably in between videos when it comes time to set everyone up for combat. Which might be next video. We might do a little monster hunting. But alright, now, for really reals, our adventures in Ordis are fucking over for now. We still have to go to Hotel Ortesia, but that's for later. Or Hortensia. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.